right, we are back for one last segment. Janae Adams from Debt Sucks University, Tom Mathews, a certified financial educator, are our experts when we're talking about money and debt and holiday spending and all of that. All right, so this person is saying, I have a rather large debt that I pay a big payment each month. My credit card has contacted me saying I can get a personal loan through them. Is this advisable? It's $35,000. The payments would be $500 a month at 5% interest. Janae, what do you say?
I'm going to say no. I don't think your credit card company has your best interest in heart at all. And so I don't want you to go into deeper debt and just switching the debt around. Just go ahead and get focused. If you need to take on an extra job to pay extra to the principal of that loan that you already have, then just do that and just take it on one day at a time for yourself, not with the credit card company.
So very often there are those either calls or emails or texts, or you see the commercials that say, hey, we can consolidate your debt. So Tom, is that something that we should be doing, or can we be doing that on our own?
Well, you can do it on your own. We always recommend, though, that you work with a financial professional, somebody who can help you to translate this, because as Janae said, the lending institutions are not there, and they don't have big buildings because they do such a good deal for you. It's a great deal for them and an okay deal for you usually, and this is another one of those chances where you just have to look at it. It depends on how bad your credit cards are that you have and what they're offering as far as consolidation, whether it makes sense.
All right, so this is another student loan question. They say, besides teachers who are in the public sector, who else in the public sector can benefit from the student loan forgiveness program?
Yeah, so anybody that works for a qualified nonprofit, as well as hospitals, so you have the nurses, you have doctors, it's just across public sector. So anybody who works in anything that's designated as nonprofit can qualify for this student loan forgiveness if you're in a student loan forgiveness program. So it's definitely something to look into.
All right, so and does this also include federal student loans, like all federal student loans? Because someone's saying, are there ways I can get my federal student loans waived without paying them off?
Yeah, so it's only federal student loans. It's only the loans that the Department of Education has control over. So people who have private student loans, unfortunately, don't qualify for it. So if you have federal student loans, then make sure that you reach out to the Department of Education and see if you qualify for this forgiveness. You only have to October 1st, 2022. So you got to get on it definitely right now.
Okay, both of our guests are authors, and so we were talking in the break about how sometimes you can give the gift of financial literacy by giving someone a book. So Tom, we were kind of joking that some people would say, oh, do you think I can't handle money? But handling money is a learned thing. It's not something you just know how to do.
Well, you know, it's not taught in schools naturally, and although they're starting to change that a little bit, it's still not enough. And some of the things you learn in the mathematical way are not really things you can apply to your life, but of course learning about money is. And so we think as much as you need to go to school, you need to make sure you know about money and how money works and be able to apply it to your finances in every way and develop a plan with a financial professional to help you to make sure you navigate your finances properly. And if you do, then you're going to have the life that you dreamed of.
All right, so we're talking basics here. One of the first things that any financial person will tell you to do is to do a budget or a spending plan, whatever way you call it. So Janae, how do we get started with that? Because it just sounds so like big and complicated.
Yeah, so I am one of the people call it a spending plan, because it's just a plan of how you spend your money. So that keeps you from being afraid of the word budget. Just a plan of how you spend your money. If you want to make it really easy on yourself, do it what I call a 2-week expense tracking. For 2 weeks, track every penny that comes out of your pocket, out of your household pocket. And at the end of that 2 weeks, then write everything down and start to create your spending plan, which have your income at the top, so all the money coming into your household, and at the bottom, your expenses, all the money that's going out of your household. And you can keep it as simple as that.
2 weeks. That's a good starting point. That doesn't seem too daunting. Tom, you got any other thoughts on that of what we should be putting in there?
Well, we think when you work with your financial professional, you should develop an analysis sort of, and you really lay out what you spend and what you earn and where your assets are, and make all this part of a plan. We actually call them milestones in our book, and once you lay out a plan for each one of the milestones, it's just a different way of life, and you'll feel so much different about money.
Okay, all right. All right, so this is the end of our interview, but we wanted to let you know that all of the resources that we have with Janae and with Tom are both in the Two Wants to Know section. You can check out both of their books and you can check out their resources as well. And WFMY News 2 at 6 starts next.